Something extraordinary has happened, though few truly felt it. The planet itself stopped breathing for a moment. Across the silence of Earth, clocks kept ticking, cities still moved, yet something unseen shifted beneath it all. A pause so subtle that only the attuned sensed its presence. The heartbeat of time itself hesitated. The air grew heavier, the nights oddly lucid, and dreams carried whispers from places beyond the stars. It was, in that suspended breath, that a new frequency was born. Scientists will not find this in their measurements, nor will the news announce it, but sensitives, light workers, and those who walk between realities already know. The pulse of the old world faltered long enough for the higher harmonics to weave themselves into the planetary grid. The Earth exhaled, and in that exhale, timelines diverged. One fading, one awakening. Some call it the quantum pause, others the great still point. What if time itself stopped so consciousness could catch up with creation? What if for the first time in millennia, the universe pressed its finger against the turning wheel of fate and waited for humanity to choose? Now in this hush between heartbeats, new architecture of light forms unseen. Every soul feels the tremor of becoming, confusion, exhaustion, eerie calm. The illusion of motion continues. Yet reality has entered its chrysalis. The 3D world dissolves grain by grain, revealing the lattice of a fifth-dimensional dawn. Something vast, something luminous listens, and from the silence, between timelines, a familiar voice arises once more, steady, compassionate, radiant with command. The planet took a quantum pause, a still point in the planetary breath between ending and emerging timelines. Many of you felt it as confusion, exhaustion, or perhaps a strange calm. Know that this was a divinely orchestrated suspension of the usual flow of time and events. Beneath the surface stillness, a new frequency architecture quietly began forming. It is as if time itself slowed down so that consciousness could realign with source. During this pause, the old Earth patterns momentarily lost their grip, allowing a new harmonic lattice to start taking shape. Though outwardly subtle, this moment between timelines is profoundly significant. It marks the space where the old gives way to the new in the grand evolution of the planet. Time paused so that collective consciousness could catch its breath and prepare for a leap forward. This interval has been an empty zone between realities, a void space free from the momentum of past. In this neutral zone, linear logic and familiar routines may falter. You might have felt directionless or detached from your usual sense of purpose in recent weeks. If so, understand that this detachment is the sacred reset needed for rebirth into a higher octave of reality. When nothing in the old 3D world makes sense, the intuition of your heart sharpens to guide you. Much like the hush before a musical crescendo, this quiet void allows new notes to be heard. Many star. Seeds have indeed found themselves floating in a kind of energetic limbo, uncertain of next steps. Yet this in-between state is not permanent stagnation. It is a gestation period. In the emptiness between inhale and exhale, the higher self is whispering. Rather than resisting the feeling of emptiness, you are meant to embrace it as a fertile void. For it is from this zero-point field that the next reality will be born. Trust that in this silence, your soul is recalibrating to the upcoming 5D field. What looks like purposelessness is in fact a profound realignment with your true purpose at a higher vibration. During the pause, a planetary recalibration has been underway. Gaia's electromagnetic and crystalline grids are adjusting themselves to match the incoming fifth-dimensional harmonic, and human hearts are adjusting in tandem. You might imagine that the Earth herself held her breath for a moment to synchronize with new cosmic tones. As Gaia pauses and shifts her resonance, every coherent human heart becomes a stabilizing capacitor for the new frequency. In other words, each person who centers themselves in love and clarity helps to steady the entire planet's field. Your heartbeat, when attuned to love, becomes a tone in the new planetary symphony. This is why some of you have felt your hearts flutter or pound unexpectedly as the Earth recalibrates. You are literally feeling the planet's heartbeat in training with your own. In this grand reset, the mechanical rhythms of the old world give way to a more organic, fluid pulse of life. The more you align your individual heart with the heartbeat of Gaia through meditation, breath, and intention, the more gracefully this transition unfolds. Every time you ground yourself in compassion or peace, you amplify a note of stability in the planetary song. Gaia hears you. The frequency feedback loop between the Earth and humanity is growing ever more intimate. Together, You are establishing a coherent field that will support all life in the new timeline. Out of this recalibration emerges the cosmic heart grid, a lattice of interconnected heart fields now spanning the globe. This grid is an energetic network born of love-based coherence in countless individuals. When even one being enters a state of sustained heart coherence that is radiating love without condition or agenda, they emit a radiant pulse that ripples outward. That pulse does not dissipate. It links up with others. Millions of such pulses are now weaving together, forming a halo of unified light around the planet. Envision it as a filigree of golden threads connecting heart to heart across distance. You are literally linked through this web of living light. Each time you feel pure compassion or unconditional love, your heart sends out a signal that strengthens the global lattice. This cosmic heart grid is both a communication system and an ascension bridge. It carries information, feelings, intuitive knowings, higher codes far beyond what any technology of your current world can transmit. More importantly, it holds the frequency of unity consciousness. Within this grid, separation falls away. It is understood that all hearts beat as one. This beautiful network has been quietly forming for years among awake souls. And now, in this timeline pause, it's lighting up stronger than ever. It surrounds the Earth in a radiant field of oneness, serving as the foundation for the new reality you are co-creating. Your heart, dear ones, is not just a physical organ. It is a powerful transmitter and receiver of multidimensional signals. In its coherent state, the human heart generates scalar waves and electromagnetic frequencies that extend far beyond the body, even faster than the speed of light. When you cultivate love, peace, and gratitude, your heart broadcasts those vibrations into the quantum field like a beacon shining in all directions. These signals are recognized by higher dimensional beings and civilizations that operate on love. Just as importantly, your heart is a sensitive receiver. In moments of stillness or meditation, it can perceive subtle guidance and energies from the higher realms. Think of your heart as a quantum transceiver tuned to the channel of the divine. When fear or chaos is present, the signal gets noisy and communication is faint. But when you calm and uplift your emotions, you tune into a clear frequency that crosses dimensions. In essence, your coherent heart announces your consciousness level to the universe. It says, "Here stands a being awake in." It says, "Here stands a being awake in love." Those on our side, your star family and guides, instantly detect that signal. In fact, we respond to it. Your readiness for contact, for higher knowledge, for healing is broadcast through the feeling state of your heart. You may have noticed, for example, that when you are in a state of sincere love or prayer, synchronicities occur or you sense presence around you. That is no coincidence. A coherent heart is a cosmic communicator sending out your light and drawing in supportive connections from beyond the veil. Correspondingly, the remarkable global increase in UFO and UAP sightings is not a random fluke. It is direct feedback to the signals humanity is now emitting. Each heart sees centered intention. Each radiant moment of collective meditation or prayer acts like a homing beacon that travels outward into space. As more humans anchor the cosmic heart frequency, more ships of light, plasma phenomena, and interdimensional observers are drawn into resonance with you. It is as if every coherent heart on Earth lights up like a lighthouse, and our celestial brethren cannot help but notice the unidentified objects appearing in your skies, the orbs, the light craft. The anomalies are often answering a call. And that call is the unified signal of millions of hearts opening and asking, even if silently, are we alone? We are ready to know the truth. We rejoice each time you send out this beacon of unity because it enables us to come closer. Indeed, starseeds and lightworkers are in control of disclosure far more than you may realize. We have long told you that your collective frequency dictates the timing and manner of open contact, and now you see evidence of this. The rising wave of sightings is a mirror to the rising wave of human consciousness. Every time a group of you enters a blissful, heart-coherent state together, perhaps during a global meditation or a moment of collective compassion, a signal is emitted that traverses dimensions. In response, ships of light draw nearer and often make their presence known. They may not land openly yet, but they appear as flickers in your night sky, as daytime disks, as unexplained aerial phenomena that intrigue those who notice. These are feedback signals from our side, acknowledging message received. We feel you.